Welcome back to Keep Expecting Miracles. I am Ilissa,
And I'm Jessica.
and we're here with another episode. Hi, everybody.
Are. We are.
Yes, how is everybody doing? How are you doing, Jessica?
I'm good. I am good. I had feeling good. Um, yeah, for the most part. Feeling good and happy. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I'm good. We had spring break. So I am celebrating being off of spring break, or making it through spring break, or being in spring break and then, being done with it. So I am in a good mood. It's the springtime now, and so the weather has been really nice, and so has my mood. So I feel good.
Good. Yes, we just had the spring equinox. So this is I'm happy to be recording. Like this is very different. We're recording right before like within in real time within dropping the episode. And so we just had the spring equinox, and that alone just brightens up everything. I was like, yes, happy first day of spring. I had to tell everybody I saw, happy first day of spring. Hi.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
How was your spring break though?
It
Did
was
you do
good.
anything
It
special?
didn't go as I thought it would go. I thought we were gonna be doing something every day, but the weather was still a little bit crummy.
Winter said, we need, look, if I'm gonna be out, I got to go out with a bang. That's what Winter said.
Yeah, it was kind of cold. I'm like, oh my gosh, why is it saying 36 degrees right now in the freaking
Thank you.
Florida weather? Like what?
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
March, 36.
Hmm.
But I'm like, okay, is this what global warming looks like? Extreme weather changes from week to week?
Or Florida can set their spring break for when we actually have spring.
Yeah.
Like it turned spring on the last day
Yeah.
of.
Yeah, but it gets so hot so quickly.
Hmm. Hmm.
So yeah.
It does.
I think that's why spring break is earlier, because we don't stay in school that long. The kids don't stay in school that long, but
Yeah, we only have when I go back tomorrow, we only have 9 weeks left.
oh good.
I'm like,
That's one
okay.
semester.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Just
That's good. So what
nine
else
weeks.
have you been up to?
We just been we're still learning the city, as you know. For our listeners, I no longer live in Orlando, which was the city, we met in. Um, I'm in Ocala, and I'm finding that it's not such a boring place. We got to go to the World Equestrian Center, and it is nice. Okay. It is nice over there. Jaden loved it. Just they both loved it. Both the kids loved it. And not just watching the horses, but just the ambiance. Everything is nice. Everything is white, black, and gold, and it just feels very regal.
Hmm.
And it's just, you like to go to places that have like good energy, and you can
Hmm.
feel that there.
Oh wow,
Like
wow.
it was very therapeutic.
Oh wow. Yeah, I
Hmm.
wouldn't expect that. I wouldn't expect that to be in Ocala.
Hmm.
But there's a lot of hidden gems. Really anywhere you can find hidden gems. Um, so that's really good. What we went to Jessica and I went to the Michelle Buteau
Yeah.
comedy show last weekend in Orlando. It was at Hard Rock Live. It was so weird because the last time I had been there, and I think Jessica too, was for prom. I mean, well, I think you probably been there.
No, it was for prom, and
Yeah, we
we
had our
that was 20
prom.
years ago. 20 years ago, because yeah, 20
19,
just
19.
19 years ago.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, 20 years ago. Jessica keeps trying to make herself older and have a senior year of 2006. I'm like, no, we started senior in 2006, but we definitely ended in 2007. But we are '07
Look,
all the way.
I go by the month.
'07. Yeah, we
But
went
yes.
to our prom was early. Like we had, I think it was like 420. Prom was like the weekend of my birthday.
Really?
Because my birthday is 4/23.
Yeah.
Well, every
I
year
didn't
it was
realize
like on
that.
a different weekend. So maybe it was the week before.
Mhm.
But there were some years that prom was on my birthday weekend. Um,
Oh, wow.
but it was the first time that we have been back in our prom venue.
Mhm.
Um, so it was weird. I was like, oh my gosh, we had prom in here. Like it's so weird. But Michelle Buteau is hilarious. Like she's so funny. I love her humor. I love how she incorporates, activism and social justice and being a
Mhm.
mom and being, in her 40s. Like she really speaks to us as her audience with the jokes that she tells about her kids and being married, and
Mhm.
she's so funny. I love her energy. She's so, just uplifting and encouraging. And for me, I feel like she really just came out of nowhere. Like I am an OG fan of her. Like I did watch The Circle.
Mhm.
Um, but like I feel like she just came out of nowhere with Survival of the Thickest.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes.
I don't know what I had seen her on, but um I think I was surprised that you knew about her.
Really?
Um Mhm. Mhm. I do remember when you told me about Survival of the Thickest, I was like, "Oh, I love Michelle." I was like, "Oh, I didn't
She's
know
the
you liked her
she's the
too."
host of The Circle. And she was on
The
another show. She was on another Netflix show. She was one of the stars. It was like three women,
Okay.
and she did have a husband. I can't remember the name of the episode. Like three
I can't
moms,
remember
three best
either.
friends that are moms and were married. One of them was getting a divorce.
Is that
Um,
First Wives Club with Jill Scott?
Maybe
I don't
because
know.
I was gonna say that it is. I think Jill Scott was in it.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. That's one of my shows. I love that show.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I think
but
so.
I love how real she is. I really do. And I had a lot of fun. I'm so glad we were able to go to that together. And it was
Yeah.
it was definitely full circle. Our first time going back, we was with each other the last time, then with each other again.
Yes, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. It was First Wives Club with Jill Scott and Ryan
yeah,
McShane.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I think her wasn't her husband Ron Rico.
I don't know his name, but he's like he plays everybody's like nice husband in
Yeah, it's Ron
in
Rico. I
all the
love
shows
Ron
and
Rico.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the
Yes.
same character in every show
I
that he
know.
plays.
He
But yeah,
is.
Michelle was so. If y'all can get out to her tour, she's not in Florida
Mhm.
anymore. But look at her website and look at the dates, the rest of the dates that she has, because she's probably on tour maybe for the next 2 months. Um, if y'all can go to one of her shows, I highly recommend it. It was so good. It was so good.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, got through spring break. I was in Orlando after that for a couple of days. The kids, they got to swim. Thank God they got their spring break activities out the way. They swam like twice a day at my parents'
Before the cold
house.
weather came. That's what you mean, before the cold weather
Yes,
came.
before the
Mhm.
cold weather came.
Mhm.
Um, Jessica had, oh my gosh, I'm over here saying what I did. You have an update from last weekend.
Girl, okay, look. So we were both on spring break and so much has happened, I guess, because it was very much a week that was out of the norm. Like a lot has happened. But yes, I taught my very first class, I guess you could say, or my first
Workshop.
conference speaker opportunity
Yes.
at the Florida Herbal Conference. And that was nice. But like I was surprised to have over 20 people. I had printed 20 handouts and I knew I was like, okay, this will help me keep track of how many people show up. But then I'm like, who am I to think that 20 people are going to show up? You know, I'm like, people don't really know me like that. Yeah, they did. They were like, "Oh, we know your brand. We know that, you know." So many people came up to me and I was just I'm so thankful, so grateful. I'm so glad that you were there. Thank you for coming, for driving up and for helping me cuz I was going to be by myself. Not because I wanted to, but you know, that's just how it was going to work out. My mom was busy and, you know, kids were with their dad and just I'm happy that you saw like, okay, look, you can't do this by yourself.
Yeah, yeah, because you
But
also
it went
not
really
only
well.
did she speak at the conference, she had a booth. She sold some
Mhm.
of her she was selling her products there, so, like, that, it's not just I'm speaking, I have a booth that I have to man and set up and break down and interact
Yeah.
with people, so that was really good. That was very ambitious too.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. All the thoughts that I had leading up to it. Why did I do this? Why did I sign up to do this? Who am I? I told my aunt that the day before, and she was like, "You know who you are. Go do it."
Mhm. Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, I think that's what this time is all about, especially as we're coming into our fullness as women in this the ages that we are, 35, 36. So we're both 36. Turning 37. I think that we're going to be stepping into roles and places that we are the leadership. We are the ones that are speaking from experience, from storytelling. We are the ones that are going to
Yeah.
be teaching. We're going to be, leading. And so this is a glimpse. This is the first glimpse of what is to come. I really feel like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. That's what I felt like as well. I felt like no matter how scared or intimidated I was by the opportunity, that the space also needed me because that space is definitely lacking in color.
Hmm.
It's lacking in any sort of indigenous perspective.
Hmm.
Um, and so like I knew that that was one of the reasons why I felt like if I have the courage to speak, I should be there. I should at
Hmm.
least apply and see if they'll accept me.
Yeah.
Um, and it definitely did feel like this is only the beginning, which was
Yeah.
also very intimidating. I said, "Oh my gosh, there's no turning back.
Yeah.
Once I do this, there's no turning back."
Yeah, it was great. She did really well. I was very, very proud of her for not only showing up, but, speaking about what you did. And, of course, because people's mindsets have shifted, the
Mhm.
topic that you chose to speak about, emotional herbalism from a Caribbean indigenous perspective, people are attracted to that thing now. Maybe like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, you probably would have had only 5 or 10 people, but over
Yeah.
20 people now because people are shifting their mindset about how they want to operate and how they want to heal. Um,
Yeah.
so that alone, and then the vulnerability that you showed, it made me so proud, and it was because I am finishing up my I'll get into that, because of what I'm doing too. And another part of my life, I feel very lucky and privileged to witness people my age tell their stories in, such vulnerable ways and have it affect people, like have it impact people's
Yeah.
lives. And that's what I felt when I was watching you. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so good.
Girl, okay, but we cannot gloss over the fact that you did something similar,
Yeah.
right? Mine was only in person, which I found it also very strange. I was like, I'm not in the cohort that you're in, yet I'm still on this very similar journey of
Yes.
here is how these plants have helped. Here is,
Yes.
you know, just rediscovering that connection that we have to the earth. But
Yes.
talk
Yes.
about it. What did you
Yeah,
do?
I'm finishing up. I have one more class
Oh, good.
for my spiritual herbalism apprenticeship, the first year. And oh my gosh, it's been an emotional roller coaster. It's been an initiation. It's been so joyous and so much fun to learn and make medicine. And we all can't we're at the end. So a part of being graduates is we had to do a final project of our plant ally walk. And I walked with red raspberry. I think I've mentioned that before. And so I had a presentation on my walk with red raspberry and how it's changed who I am and how I've been able to, continue with the healing of my lineage, my ancestral lineage. And so I was extremely vulnerable. um,
Hmm.
I still actually have the script that I read during my slides, like what I wrote. I still have it right here because I'm just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was actually like reading that out loud to people. Like, the
Hmm.
vulnerability is transformative for you and for other people. And if you can be, like you said, courageous enough to get up there and speak, you might as well go full balls to the wall. You might as well just go ahead and say
That's a
it.
good way to put it.
Yeah, you might as
Yeah.
well. Like
When you read to me your what you were going to present, I was learning stuff about you that you don't even talk to me out loud about.
I know.
And so I'm like, oh, she about to read this to other people?
I know.
I'm over here learning something new about my friend. What?
I know.
So I know that was not easy.
No, it wasn't. And it just like anybody else, I felt like because I'm naturally a very I wouldn't say, I guess you can say private. I don't know. I mean, I
Hmm.
do.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm a private person. It's because I'm used to other people, opening up and sharing. The thing is that when I am a private person, but if you know me, like the encouragement and the support and the advice that I give to my friends comes from an experience that I have had. So it's my personal experience. I'm not just speaking out of the air. And so when
Hmm.
I am in relationship with you, you know me by what I say, by what I do, how I support you, how I show up. So I am a private person, but then in other ways I feel like people know me. Like
Hmm.
they know who I am, and it was very vulnerable. The project was something that was, I was cracked wide open. I was in a very vulnerable space. I had been working with Sylvia, our spiritual guide, for like 8 weeks, very intensively with ancestral altar work. And that, went into my project. And so it was a lot of stuff that I was just like, oh wow, I'm about to say this is not. I remember, so we don't have a printer right now because I probably threw it away. And so I
Oh
went to
Lord.
UPS to print it out because I wanted it to be printed out.
Hmm.
Um and so the my UPS, like, you send it to an email and then they go on the computer and then they print it out for you. And
Hmm.
the lady, like, she not only did she leave the email open, like, because I had just put it like all in the email. I didn't even attach it in a Word document. Like, it's in email format. So she
Oh.
left the email open and then she starts reading the damn thing. She was like, because I say born in Naples, Italy. She's like, you were born in Naples, Italy. I'm like, why is this lady reading my damn thing right now? I was like, it's okay. It's okay. It's because I'm looking at the computer. I'm looking at her. I'm like, you're not gonna close that out. Like, can you just delete it? Can you just like, come on now? Like,
I'm
this is.
open enough. Oh my
I'm
goodness.
like, okay, whatever. I don't care. This, like.
Hmm.
So, but if you want anything, the next time I will not be printing anything that personal at the UPS.
Girl. I mean, look, they came in when you needed them, but that's crazy. That is crazy. That would be my worst nightmare, actually.
Yes. Like,
I know, but at
can
least it was just her.
yeah, I hopefully it was at the end of
'Cause,
the day. So
I had only, you know, finished creating because I now also teach little children, right? The herbal conference was the day after work, right? Had
Mhm.
teacher work day on Friday
Mhm.
and then went to the herbal conference on Saturday.
Mhm.
So the time that I made my handout was Friday evening after the Michelle show.
Oh my god.
After we when I got
Jessica,
back to
she
the
stresses
hotel.
me out with her timelines of stuff. I'm like, first of all, I have been asking Jessica for 3 weeks straight. So, do you have everything ready for the herbal conference? Do you have what you want to say ready? Do you have your medicine ready? Do you have? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I kept asking you that. You're like, yeah. All I have to do is just this. All I have to do. I'm like, okay, girl. Let me back up. Let me back. Up.
Because I also had to work with the energy. I'm like, the thing is that, I mean, it's just like what we had, in our private conversation over the weekend. He's like, don't get caught in a cycle.
Yeah.
Don't,
Yeah.
I, and for our listeners, it's the cycle of having to work a job that can take you away from your dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so I'm like, I am someone who wants to do really well in every aspect that I'm a part of. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm going to be in this job, I want to do it well.
Yeah.
But then I also have to be like, okay, what area can I sacrifice and what area am I okay with just being okay,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
still was managing that, still learning that. Um I couldn't put myself, well, let me say that I just needed the time and space and open space, open brain waves in order to understand what I needed to put on paper. I knew what I
Right.
was going to talk about,
Yeah.
right? But having it on paper was different. Going to the comedy show, because I love some comedy. That's why you were like, you don't have to go. It's okay. Like, you
I
don't
know,
need
because
to go.
I have a mental list in my mind of all the things that I know need to happen before Saturday, and I'm like, this show is Friday night. There's no way in hell if I had all these things to do, I would be going to a comedy show. No way. I'm like,
I
don't
had
come. It's
to
fine. Do not come. Yeah.
look. I said I know myself, and I need to insert some fun so
Yeah.
I don't go haywire. So like I don't have smoke blowing out my ears and start, you know. So it was after that I was like in that zone. You get onto that frequency of like that really. It's a really high frequency of
Yep.
having fun, having this joy.
Yes.
And even where we were, like when we came out, right? I told you, I said, this is what my life is like. This is so nice. I'm like, this is to just be able to sit there and realize that stressors that I had before no longer exist in my realm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I could have
Yeah.
praise danced
Yeah.
right there. But so I wrote my thing up, and luckily it wasn't my script, but it was my the worksheet, and I had to have the guy at the hotel print it because they didn't have a business center, which I thought was weird considering I was at a hotel for conventions. But anyway, so he's like, "Yeah, just send it to me. Here is the email for the hotel and I'll print it." And I'm like, "Oh crap." I was like, "I really hope he don't read it. I hope he don't ask me no questions." Because he's going to be, it's to talk about emotional herbalism. That's
Yeah.
still very out there. And like you said, what, how old is Have Herbal? I think 3 now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, when I first came out, it was like taboo. Like I would tell people these things. They're like, what? That's not, whatever. That's weird.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I hope you don't ask me no questions or, be like, oh,
Yeah.
what are you going to be doing? What's this for?
Yeah. It
So
was the
I went all the way
same
around, but
the same experience with having yes. That's so funny. That's so funny. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I would highly encourage we know the power of storytelling, and we know what it feels like to be in a room with a presenter, or listening to somebody sharing their story, sharing their experiences or something that they've been through, with us, and how it impacts you, how it touches you, how you feel. And so even if you don't have a big place to present it at, just going through anything that reflecting, journal, writing things down, going through the journals, if you are a person that journals, going through them and finding the golden nuggets and creating a timeline a thread, but so many of my classmates had said once they actually sat down to figure out what their project was going to be about or to write, it was like a flood. It was like stuff that would just it would kept coming,
Mhm.
kept coming, they couldn't turn it off. So once
Yeah.
you put yourself in that frequency of like self-reflection, storytelling, how have I changed, how have the plants moved me, it just it comes. It's
Yeah.
like a channel that you cannot turn off. And even after the project, people said, this one girl, Grace, said after the night after she presented, she had woke up at 4 a.m. and wrote 10 pages front and back of
Oh,
just,
she trying to write a book.
it was just coming, just coming, just coming, just coming, just coming. And
Wow.
it's very transformative, not only for the people that you are sharing it with, but for yourself. I feel like I
Mhm.
have, you know, stepped up a notch, and I'm not afraid to share and be vulnerable, with people that deserve it and are worthy of my, because that's my whole thing. Like, you ain't gonna know a lot about me if I don't want you to, because
Mhm.
you can't have access to this.
Mhm.
So it's I'm not scared anymore. uh
Good.
yeah.
Good. I don't know if I share the same sentiment. I'm not um yeah, I'm not sure that I do. I think that if I were to do it all over again, I would still be scared.
You still be scared. I mean, yeah, there's an
Yeah,
aspect of it
I
that,
could do it,
and then
but
you were really like you said, you were in person. Mine was virtual. I was in the comfort of my own home. Like, I have seen some of these people in person. Yes, I have met, obviously my teacher in person, but there's a comfort level
mhm.
that you have when you're not in front of people. And so that is very
But
scary.
also, no, I think also you have been like in this retainer, right? In this contained um I call it a cohort. You've been with these people.
Mhm.
Um and so that if you were to have to do it again to them with them, yeah.
Yeah.
Um I could see you not being afraid to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mine with fresh faces.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's been it's been a good couple of weeks for us. Um,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I was reflecting. Was I reflecting yesterday? I think so. Like as I was going to sleep, I was just like thinking about who I am now and what life is like now. And I was like, wow, I can actually say I'm really happy. Oh, here's why I was reflecting. So I've been afraid to drink. Okay. Alcohol brings out, people say, oh, alcohol brings out the demon in you, right? Or if you drink, it will bring out the suppressed emotions.
mhm.
So I was like, I was afraid. I was literally afraid to drink. I've been afraid to drink this whole time. Haven't even done Blue Lotus. Haven't even had, I had mugwort maybe once, but anything that was going to make me be self reflective, I have been afraid to go toward because of this big change. And I'm like, I don't want there to be other things that come up right now. Like my system can only handle so much, you
Mm.
know? So it's like little by little. So when we went to the comedy show and y'all, I had my favorite drink, a gin and juice. Okay. And I was like, oh wow, I'm happy. I was like, this is good. She's so funny. I just love her. You know. So I was like, okay, we good. Yes,
Yes.
love this. Like,
Yes.
what am I doing tomorrow? Oh, okay. I'm over here a presenter. Like, who am I? Okay. And then the last night, I met up with a friend of mine over the weekend and she gifted me a bottle of wine. I don't buy wine anymore, okay? Because of that. And I was like, dang. And I kind of knew she was gonna give me a bottle of wine. So I was like, let me try it. So the kids, the kids yesterday were like, Mom's gonna drink wine. Oh my gosh. And I'm like, look, Jaden said that. Jaden remembers me being a teacher and drinking wine at the end of each day all the time. And like just falling asleep or something. It wasn't the best experience back then, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
A very weird time for me. So I was like, Jaden, I could drink my wine, I'll be fine. And as I drank the wine, I was like giddy.
Mhm.
And I was like,
Mhm.
oh my gosh, I am happy. I was like, I'm actually happy. Like, it's not a lie.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, yay. So thankful on the spring equinox, to be what is it? This actual new season, this
Yeah.
actual new year
Yeah.
of the earth that I feel like I want to say like I feel like a return to myself, but more like better
Mhm.
than I have in a very long time.
Good.
So,
Good. I'm glad. I'm happy. I'm happy that
yes.
you were able to. Not that you. I'm glad that you. It's so funny because I'm like, look, I'm about to go to the bar and get me a drink. I'm getting a margarita. What do you want? And she's like, gin and juice. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, gin and whatever it was. I'm like, gin and
It was
pineapple.
Genesis.
She's like, yeah.
Mm,
I'm like, okay, girl, here you go. And it was a nice big souvenir cup.
huge. Uh-huh. It was huge.
I know. I'm like, here we go. Yeah, it's so funny. I mean, I drinking is, I feel like now I can do it in moderation. I'm not about to. I definitely am past the days of taking shots and drinking to get drunk. And I mean, obviously there's nothing wrong with doing that, but having two small little children and having to get up and function the next day, that you can't take shots and do that. You just can't.
I
So
know.
I'm like, I'll have a margarita or two
It's a
and I'll be
different
fine.
time.
I'm fine.
Hmm.
Like tequila metabolizes in my body very well.
Good. Good.
Oh my
Uh,
goodness. But yeah.
that was good.
Yeah, we are doing a mini pod today, so it's not going to be as long as our episodes are normally. So we're going to go on to our next segment, which is I got an herb for that. And we're going to do a card pull for the new season, for the new spring season, spring equinox. We also during that time we just exited Mercury retrograde.
Yes, we did.
Um
Which people need to listen to the last episode because,
yeah.
where we talked about how to work with that energy. Um, and I was thinking, I'm like, I really hope people don't look at the title of it and just think we're gonna sit here and talk about astrology and just teach, preach about
Yeah.
Mercury retrograde is for this and that.
No,
Um,
no.
so if you did skip that episode, go back to it because we're talking about real life examples of this is how we live life
Mhm.
during that
Mhm.
time.
Yeah. So, I am doing the shuffle. Hold on one second. My cards are like being shuffled. Let me go ahead and see what card comes up. Oh, I think this one. Oh. Mm. Cacao. Did we have this one
Okay.
recently? No.
N- I mean, maybe in January. I don't know.
As a card pool though, I don't think so.
Probably not. We had coca.
Yes,
So yeah,
this
not
is
cacao.
cacao. It says
So pretty.
initiation.
Wow. If you're not watching on YouTube, go to the YouTube and look at this card. That's an intense visual. Wow.
Yes. Yes. Some type of bird with the cacao and the heart with the crown on top of the heart, and yeah, it's really beautiful illustration. So let me go
Hmm.
to the meaning of the deck. I see a woman taking the cacao like she's in ceremony. There's mountains in the background. We have the divine feminine symbol. So let's see what this says. I'm trying to, intuitively tap into the card before I read it, but
Hmm.
okay, so guidance. So upright is initiation, spiritual tests, revelation, access to the cosmic heart, divine love, light beings, channeling light languages of light. So Quetzal has flown into your cards today. So I guess that's another name for cacao.
Hmm.
Um, Symbolizing initiation. The sky gods are speaking and bathing your soul in liquid light as you traverse a series of spiritual tests. The Quetzal is considered one of the highest divine apparitions as it's associated to the snake god of Quetzalcoatl. Okay, forgive me
Mm.
with these names.
Oh, Quetzal, I think.
Quetzal,
I
yeah.
think it's Quetzal.
Quetzalcoatl. It's like another word. The feathered serpent. Like cacao, both are considered precious heavenly gifts from the sky gods. These divine apparitions today are asking you to deeply tune into the cosmic heart. Let it move you. Open yourself to receive the holy gifts provided and listen carefully to light language pouring through them. Keep elevating your frequency, rooted in unconditional love. Step out of your own way and allow your heart to blossom. Know that thorough through know that through this divine love, we experience the cosmic heart, the gateway to spirit.
Wow. Step out of your own way. That's definitely what we did.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Hmm.
I mean, initiation, that goes right with what we were talking about with this season. Like
Hmm.
presenting and us being vulnerable and opening up about our journeys to people, is symbolizing the initiation that we have just gone through in this time period of our lives. So
Yeah.
that was really good. But
Yeah, and
also,
those energies are shared. I'm not naive enough to expect that, we're the only two that have experienced something like that. I'm sure that many of our listeners right now have experienced something similar.
yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So I wanted to also include chamomile. Um,
Yes, chamomile.
it's a herb that I'm, very familiar with. I'm sure if you are just somebody who drinks tea, you're familiar with chamomile. It's one of the
Hmm.
first teas that I drank when I was younger, even before I got into real herbalism and herbs and teas. I love my sleepy time chamomile tea, okay?
Yeah.
Um so revisiting common herbs or herbs that you've worked with for a very long time and thinking about the emotional and spiritual properties of them can, after you've had a change perspective or a shift, or you have, looking at it with new eyes, is very powerful. So that's what I did with I had just I opened this book and it just opened up to chamomile.
Wow. What
And
book is that?
yeah, so I was like, let me go ahead and read this. What does it
Mhm.
say? So I'm not gonna read the whole thing because it's literally like it's too long. But I'm gonna just read a point that I wanted to that was highlighted in here about chamomile. And so chamomile works on your nervous system. So it is a plant that it not only allows you to sleep, but look what it says. It says there's a tendency here for deeper states of relaxation to reveal an individual on many levels of existence.
Ooh.
This can be useful in past life regression work, especially when one is seeking greater spiritual understanding from the past. It
Mm.
is very useful for an individual to acknowledge fully and understand the power and force within the body. Sometimes deeper relaxation leads to lethargy, but with chamomile, this tendency is usually shifted. An individual feels more energy for a while after chamomile is taken. Energy directed towards particular spiritual purpose is affirmed. The individual feels more inner peace. This is not simply because of its relaxing properties. There is greater clarity in current relationships. What are you doing with your life and your inner spiritual purpose? There is a relaxation in viewing and working with energies that are seen to stem directly from God. So yeah, this is good. I feel like,
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, what? Chamomile? It says there is an enhanced trance like state, so channeling may be assisted. There is a feeling
Hmm.
within the individual of accomplishment in whatever area they may wish to involve their psychic abilities. Specifically, telepathy is enhanced as it is the ability to see through another's eyes, to know what it is to be in their life for a moment. This is empathy and transference.
Wow.
I was like, Oh my gosh. And so it's so funny because this says that this shouldn't be taken, like it cautions when you should not take chamomile. And
Hmm.
it specifically says, now I know I have taken chamomile, drinking chamomile tea at some point, being a therapist with a client. And also, I can remember drinking chamomile tea as a client with my own therapist when I was in therapy school. So this applies to, so it should not be taken in intense emotional and psychiatric physiological processes because it
Oh.
has the effect of masking. Well, because it says this applies to the therapist as well as the client. Chamomile has a sedative effect which can mask the discussion of emotions, symptoms, and information that would be shared.
Oh.
um so it not only masks, but it, so you can drink it because it allows you to have empathy, and it allows you to be able to understand and see the other through the other person's eyes.
Hmm.
But if that is too intense, like, you can literally take on that other person's emotions. And
Mm.
I feel like I experience that so often as a therapist, like
Hmm.
feeling what the other person feels. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know chamomile could do that. So
Wow.
I had to read chamomile because I thought that was really powerful. I'm like, this is good. I did not
I
even
mean,
know.
it is. And you're right about like common herbs that we, see as common. It's just like, me talking to my family about sorrel and them like, oh, that's just sorrel. Like, no, it's not just, that is not just sorrel. This is not just chamomile. You need to
Yeah.
get to know it a little better.
Yes.
Because it's so important for us to have that deep, it deepens our connection to it.
Yeah. Yeah. It says beware of the connection between the emotional and etheric bodies shortly after taking the herb. I'm like, what is going on with chamomile? Let me find out. She's that girl. Cause what? Like, and then I go and look at a Florida wash recipe, and one of the main ingredients is chamomile. And I'm like, since
Wow.
when? I had no
Oh,
idea. I feel like it's a herb that you just glance over. Like, you don't even pay
yeah,
attention
of
to it.
course. Because it's in our face. It's mundane. It's a
Mm-hmm.
mundane herb.
Mm-hmm.
What is the what's the book that you were reading
Oh
from?
yes, I forgot. It's the spiritual properties of herbs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you have it physically. I forgot you got it physically.
Yes. Yes. I
Wow,
have both of
okay.
them. I have the flower essences one, and then I have
Yes.
the spiritual property of herb, of the physical. This one, by Garudis. This is a
Mhm.
book that the author channeled.
Mhm.
Garudis is a person that he is channeling. I don't know that the name of the author. I don't think he put his name in the book.
Mhm.
Because this is just channeled information. It's from 1988, so it's not like this is a brand new book. But
Yeah.
the other books that he has are Flower Essences and Vibrational Healing, and then Gem Elixirs and Vibrational Healing, Volume 1 and 2. So, and then he has something called Treason New World Order. I'm scared to read that.
Trees,
Tr-
Tree.
Treason, yes, New World Order. So,
Treason. Okay. Wow.
it's kind of weird to read books that are channeled,
It is.
but then it's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's what the Bible is.
There's that.
Right? That's what the Bible is. That's
Which
channeled work.
you
Anytime
could
somebody writes,
consider
it's channeling. Anytime you're
it
writing,
is.
you're pulling from source. You're pulling from somewhere.
It
Something
is.
is giving you that creativity.
It is. And what you just said, how you and your classmates tapped in and then suddenly all of these things just started flowing. It's like you just got to get yourself in that mode and then swoop, like just be carried off,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
with that channel, not letting yourself get in the way.
Yes. One of the things
Wow.
that prompted me that I'm not being scared to do anymore, that I was what I that I was assigned to do last year that I did not do was start a Substack. So I started a Substack. And
Yay.
if you want to, I'm just Ilissa McDonald, my name. If you want to read my articles, you can go. I already have two of them on there. You can go and
Good.
subscribe, and then you'll be emailed. You'll be notified when I publish a new article. But it's messages, channel messages. It's my writing. It's
Mhm.
so you're right. You're absolutely right. But I am not afraid to live in my creative bag. That
Good.
we have to be
Exactly.
creative now. We have to.
Exactly. 100%.
So
Absolutely have to.
yeah.
Hmm.
But yes, this is a good episode. I'm so happy that we ended on that note with chamomile and the
Hmm.
gems that were dropped there. But we are going to go. If you guys want to hear more episodes, if y'all are need to catch up, go to our podcast channels, Spotify, Apple Music. We have a YouTube channel. Come and visit us on Instagram. Message us. If you have a manifestation story that you want to share, you can email us at keepexpectingmiraclespod@gmail.com. No, keepexpectingmiracles@gmail.com, not pod. Keep
Yes.
expecting
Yes.
miracles at gmail.com. Our Instagram is keep expecting miracles pod. Um, so yeah, until next time, guys, thank you so much.
Yes. Bye.
Bye bye.